Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode here of Banish the Doubt. I am George McNamara. And in this video, folks, what I want to talk about is really it's our consciousness and how we think. And how we think determines everything. So I want to get right into it. First thing is, it's all a matter of consciousness, of your manner of thinking in every moment of your existence. How you think is tied almost like if you had, let's say, an anchor and the chain that's attached to it. Your thinking is attached to this anchor. And this anchor, let's say the boat, the vessel is you. And wherever this anchor is hooked into, our thoughts are attached to that's the chains and the links in the chains attached to this anchor. And my objective with these videos is to have us decouple ourselves from this anchor that has kept us unconsciously anchored to bad and limited thinking. Okay, but it's all our thinking. So you are separated from source or God or universal consciousness. You are separated only because you think that you are. Your mind is but a focal point of source. We cannot think, much less breathe, without God consciousness, source consciousness, however you want to call it, universal consciousness. We can't even breathe. This is what beats our heart. It is what pumps the blood through our vessels throughout this body. Okay? And I want to read something about our body, what we're comprised of. You and I are comprised of 84 minerals, 23 elements, and ready? 8 gallons of water spread across 38 trillion cells. Think about that. 8 gallons of water, so that's what I'm saying, we're mostly water, spread across 38 trillion cells. And how we think has a direct effect on this cellular makeup of our body. You know, just this week, and this video is coming to you a couple days after the Super Bowl. And what I've heard about the halftime performance was there was apparently a lot of drama. Some of you watching this video, I'm a little older, so I wasn't really, that enamored with or really into the music, which is fine. It's not, not my music. But I heard that there's a lot of drama, sort of was the backdrop, and it got me thinking. This is the thinking, no pun intended, got me thinking. But I was becoming aware, better way of putting it, aware of watching people, how enamored they are, and they don't even realize that it's just a loop, a cyclical loop that they're caught in. Again, it's these links within this chain that has us anchored into this life, and these loops, these chains, these links in the chain are how we think and where we put our focus. Okay, so let me continue. Again, you are separated from God, from source, universal consciousness, only by how you think, only by that you think you are. We're not. We are this source energy. It is who we were, or who we are when we emanated to this earth, from the field, from God, from however you want to think of it. Yeah, I'm just going to say the field. We are based off of how to explain how we are comprised. We are comprised of that field. So who we are, how we think, how we see ourselves is like myself looking at you through these fingers. I can see through there. It's not as easy, but how we think, what goes on in our mind is like a filter. Okay, our emotions. I heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say, our emotions are the filter of which we see our life or the future through. And talking about this Super Bowl and the halftime show and how many people, millions and millions of people, are caught up within that. Because on a cellular level, there's a hit of dopamine that people get when they talk about it. And it's almost like they bounce back and forth. It's energetically boom, boom, back and forth about, yeah, you know, he said this and that happened there and this and oh, it's about this other guy and something else and what that guy said and what that girl was doing and then some girls were dancing and all that's all tied in. There's so much energy being used up, but we don't realize we're caught up in this loop. We're caught up in this net. We are these links in that chain that's hooked into as a an anchor, and it's just digging that anchor deeper and deeper, keeping us there. And sadly, many people profit off of that. So let me continue. So think, for you watching this, think, believe that you and source, God consciousness, universal, the field, think and believe that you and this are not separate. Like I just mentioned, it is who we are, it's where we come from. But we are asleep. The majority of people in this world, I'm talking globally, are asleep. That's why they call it being born again. Myself growing up, that got a pretty nasty rap. All those born agains, all those evangelicals, stay away from them. They're weird people. No, they're not. They just recognize this. They recognize that this is who we are. We are source energy. We are God. That's why I say in my videos, you say, or you are God. I am God, and there is no other. I am source. There is no other. It's trying to think of an analogy. It is well, you see over here. I think I mentioned this. I made this analogy once before. This wall right here behind me. Think of the sheetrock, which that wall is, underneath the layers of paint. If I tell you that's white sheetrock, and you've never seen it before, you're gonna say, no, it's not. It's a green wall. No, it's actually a white. It's sheetrock. It's white sheetrock. Yeah, no, it's white. It is what it is. It's sheetrock. It's just got these layers and layers and layers and let me go this way. Layers, well, whatever. Layers and layers of paint over it. You can't see it. It's there, but we can't see it. This is what I'm talking about. Who you are, your core. We have been conditioned not to see it. We have been conditioned by these things, but these things are fantastic if we utilize it in the right way. But the majority of us don't. We utilize it to further reinforce this narrative that, oh, everything's external, when it's not. Everything is internal. It's how you think and how you believe. You heard me say this in past videos. If it's your first time watching my video or coming or seeing my channel, thank you. And do me a favor, give this a thumbs up and subscribe. and hit the notification bell. Please share these videos, because the more people, this is what makes me so passionate, the more people, not my video, but videos mine and others like it, that see these videos and understand that this is where true success is. This is where love and health is. It's underneath that, the sheetrock, the decoupling ourselves from this anchor. This is where all the healing is. Okay, so I within source, source within me. You can say God. I am God. God is me. I am source. Source is me. I within source, source within me. These are mantras you want to remind yourself of many, many, many times a day. Now, this is a very big quote, and you might hopefully, I hope you write this down and repeat it numerous times. You are not are you are what you believe you are. Your beliefs, your assumptions, perceptions, your definitions about who you think yourself to be. You can be no other way. If at your job you suddenly get a phone call and it's the boss, the owner, whoever it may be, vice president, whatever, the CEO, and they want to see you. If your thought, once you receive that phone call, is anything other than, sure, great, okay, fine. For the majority of people, they're like, oh, why? What do you mean you want to see me? Why do they want to see me? Their thinking throttles to, I did something wrong. What? Oh God, what does this mean? Because this is, I'm saying, we are um, linked to that anchor that has us there with this limited thinking, this belief, this image of ourselves that's lacking, that's not enough, that's not worthy, it's not deserving. And we live in this perpetual loop. So you are what you believe you are. Not one thing in your life is real or has any value to you. Nothing. Only as your thinking and believing has made it such. So nothing is real other than what you are thinking and believing it to be. Everything from this chair you see me sitting on, this wall, this home, the pad, the computer, everything was but a thought first, a thinking. I love Thomas Edison's uh, response, not reaction, response to the charge that, well, you've failed over 1,000 times. Stimulus, you failed over 1,000 times. His thought process, how he believed himself to be, you know what the response was? I haven't failed at anything. I've simply found 1,000 ways that will not work. What a self-image. What a steadfast belief in himself. This is what's within you. You are he. He is you. We are all interconnected, ladies and gentlemen. It is time you start believing it and affirm it again and affirm it again and again, 1,000 times a day if you have to. In those moments when you have those little pockets of time, you're alone, utilize it in these affirmative ways. Affirm, I am source, R1. I am God, R1. I am God, I am source. There is no other. As I believe, as I think, there I am. Believe this. You are what you believe you are. You stop right there. Not one thing in your life is real. Nothing is real or has any value to you. Nothing. Only as your thinking and believing has made it such. From this point forward, I am source. There is no other. We have, as Wayne Dyer said, powerful, powerful, powerful quote. We have but this one choice each and every day. We can either decide, believe, to live our life as a host to source energy or to God, or continue living our life as a hostage to our ego. It's your choice. Thank you so much.